I was born in Oakland. Yeah! In fact, you know, when all those people thought we couldn't win that AG's race, you know, we had the secret weapon. They didn't know I was born in Oakland. But my sister Barbara Lee did, and stood by me from the very beginning to the very end, through the ups and downs, when people thought that it was an improbable and unlikely outcome that we could win. And we did it, and Oakland helped deliver that victory home. So I want to recognize and thank the great Mayor Jean Quan for her leadership. I want to recognize the sister who has been running OFA for Oakland, Peggy. And let's be clear about what this is about. So we are here to celebrate our great president's birthday and celebrate and thank God for the day he was born. Amen. But were he standing here now, he would be very clear with us that this is not about him. He has said that personally to many of us. He has said that publicly. It is not about him. It is about you. We are here because we understand that re-electing this great president is about us, it is about our children, it is about our grandparents, it is about our grandchildren, it is about our community, it is about our present, and it is about our future. It is about dealing with the fact that we need leadership at a national level who stays true to the courage of their conviction, who understands there must be health care reform. Why? Because if we are true to everything we say we are as a country, then we will be true to every necessity of the most vulnerable among us. We will be true to the idea that all Americans and all residents of this country must be able to live with dignity. We will be true to the principle that the president outlined and told us, which is that he is going to work toward bringing those troops home. We will be true to a commitment that we have created in this country, that we will care about all people and we will unify them, and we will be committed to that great thing that is also about coalition politics and understanding and seeing that there seemingly may be differences among us, but there is no difference among any one of us when we talk about our basic values around how we want to be able to raise our children in a safe, healthy community, and how we want to take care of everyone and the quality of life of all Americans. And so that's what we celebrate today. And we celebrate that as personified by our great president, Barack Obama, and we are here to also, in celebration, recommit ourselves to the work that is necessary to be done to bring him back to the White House to complete his mission and his second term. And I stand here as someone who went out then, because I'm not asking you to do anything I ain't done. So let me be clear about that. I went out to Iowa in the winter of 2007. And I was there. Who was there with me? Right? Now you know what I'm talking about. It was cold. It was cold. It was cold. We were running around. They had these little things called hand warmers, and they, you break them and you rub them together and you put them in your gloves, and we would figure out a way to put them in our boots, and I think people were putting them in other little places too. Because it was cold and we had a lot of walking to do. We had a lot of talking to do. We had a lot of doors to knock on. And that's the work we did. We did it through the cold of that winter. We did it, for example, when I hung out with some of our friends in Philadelphia in the summer, in the heat. We did it when we were talking on the phone banking, when we were organizing, like netroots organizing. We did it when we were grassroots organizing. We did it when we were over here at that headquarters in Oakland. You remember that? How many hung out at that headquarters when we did what was necessary? We did it from the very beginning to the very end, and that's how we demonstrated that this improbable thing called electing Barack Obama could actually happen. We did it by understanding the power of each one of us in this room And then each one of us pulled one along, and sometimes hundreds along, to join us in this struggle. And so we are then today rededicating ourselves like we were a small group in the beginning, back then. And we'll look around the room, and we'll remember who was here today. And then on election night, when we're all celebrating and partying, we'll see each other from across the room. We were back there in Oakland on his birthday, a year and a half before the election. And we were there from beginning to end. Because that's what it takes. It takes that kind of commitment. It takes that kind of work, that kind of dedication, and that kind of leadership. And so I'll close my comments by saying, all of you in this room are the leadership of this movement. And you're going to make a lot of sacrifices of your time and your energy to do the important and the great and noble work of participating in a democracy and making clear that everyone's voice counts and matters, and collectively together we will do whatever is necessary to make sure that we empower all the people who have a right to be empowered. So I'm going to thank you all now. I also want to thank the co-chairs of this evening's event who helped put it together. And for your leadership, can we give a round of applause for them? And all the chairs and co-chairs who are here, to just raise your hands so we can see you and pat you on the back. Thank you very much. There we go. And with that, I'm going to now introduce an incredible leader, somebody who epitomizes everything that we've been talking about at the tender young age of 9 years old in Louisiana. She heard that there was this person running for office who was absolutely seeing her needs in that community. And she decided that because he dedicated himself to the idea that he would build that neighborhood park, that she would volunteer on his campaign. And from that age on, she has done an incredible amount of work that has been trailblazing. It has been the work that allows the rest of us to come through the path of being an advisor, being a supporter, being an advocate, being an authority on what it means to be true to democratic ideals and to civic participation. She has advised presidents and those running for presidency. She has been in a position of power in our great DNC and continues to hold down that position and that leadership. She is someone who has been a voice when there were very, very quiet and silent voices. She has been a strong voice about what it means to make sure that all people have the right to vote and have access to the polls and have access to positions of leadership to be able to do the work that we need to get done. She is Donna Brazile. She is